Banjul 89 FM.
Greece and its creditors remain deadlocked over proposed economic reforms while the country still tackles the refugee crisis and growing resistance from other parts of Europe to help it share the burden. Our Athens correspondent Nick Barnett spoke to Dimitris Papadimoulis, an MEP from Greece's left-wing Syriza party, who says there's a lack of European solidarity.
We've just passed the first anniversary of the EU-Turkey deal. How do you think that this deal has worked out so far and the effect that it's had on migration?
If we see the figures of people going from Turkey to the Greek islands, we have a very impressive reduction. Also, impressive reduction of the people who died in the Aegean Sea. But that EU-Turkey deal had created also problems because it has a lot of grey and problematic points, and that problems are bigger because there is a lack of implementation vis-à-vis the relocation program, because we have a lack of European solidarity to Greece.
I mean, you mentioned the relocation program, which was the next thing I was going to ask you, because of how far behind it is, and now we're approaching the end of it. I mean, it's less than half a year is left, and only about 5% of it that has been completed. I mean, is there any hope that something can happen to speed this process up?
There is a lack of will from the European leadership to implement the agreed decisions and targets, although they have the way to do it, because it's totally unfair and unacceptable for Hungary, for example, to ask for European funds for their farmers or for their infrastructure, but not to take their proportional burden in facing the European the refugee crisis.
What do you think that the European leadership can do to remedy this problem?
The problem is a huge lack of political will, a huge lack of political courage to implement agreed decisions, because the reaction from a xenophobic behavior from some member states or from extreme right is growing in a lot of countries. But they have to understand that in Greece, the Greek people is facing the combination of the two crises in the highest level, the financial crisis and the refugee crisis.
Do you think there's any hope that that Greece will get more help from Europe specifically to shoulder this burden?
We do not ask for additional help and solidarity. We want from our creditors, from our lenders, to implement their part in the agreed program. After the summer of 2015, the Greek real economy and the Greek budget is going better than the agreed targets. We succeeded having on our shoulders also the refugee crisis, to stop the recession, to start a slow recovery.
That was Greek MEP Dimitris Papadimoulis.